Right, today I'm going to show you how to cook a curry. This is the curry that my mother taught me how to make, and she learned how to make this curry when she lived in India, and she lived there till she was about 18 or so, and learned how to make it from the cooks that her family employed. And when India gained independence, she had to emigrate, and they came to Australia. So this is how she used to do it. And what you'll need 3 tablespoons of oil, which I've already got in the saucepan. Okay. You will need, 2 medium diced onions, which I've already done. Right. You also need either 3 large cloves of garlic or 2 teaspoons of crushed bottled garlic, which I've got there. You need either 3 centimetres of peeled and grated fresh ginger, or 1.5 teaspoons of the bottled variety, which is what I've got. You need chopped fresh chilli to taste. Now, if you put chilli in, you can if you want, if that's what you prefer, or you can just leave it out if you're not into hot food. You need a heaped teaspoon of powdered coriander, half a good teaspoon of powdered cumin, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of garam masala, and 2 teaspoons of curry powder. Now, I've already done all that and mixed it up in the bowl, so it's ready to go. Just to save time, otherwise the video is going to end up going for a lot longer. 750 grams of diced beef, right, which got there already sliced, etc. I actually bought casserole steak and cut it up because it was cheaper. 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I use the ones in the sachet because this stuff doesn't keep, and it's not very often that I make a curry, so it'll just end up going off and going to waste. So I need 1.5 sachets of that, and a cup of stock or water, which I have here. Now, you can buy the one that's ready-made in the little carton, which Mum used to use, but once again, if you don't use it all, it goes off. So I just use OXO cubes. Right, so away we go. Put the oil on to heat up. And any second now. Yeah. Don't let the oil get too hot, otherwise the onions will burn. And if the onions burn, then the curry is pretty much ruined because it will taste terrible. So anyway, alright, that should round about be what it needs to be. So in goes the onion. I bought one of those lovely little slicing machines, which does a really good job, because otherwise you've got to cut it up by hand. And that's the part of when I used to make curry for Mum, when she couldn't make it anymore for herself, that's the part I hated the most, just chopping it up by hand on the chopping board. Right, so give that a little bit of a stir. Hang on, turn that around the right way. Right, and turn down the heat a little. I don't like to judge this, so that the onions don't burn, but they continue to cook. See, they're a little bit brown, but now the idea is that you cook them until, I'll turn down too much, until the onions are transparent. Right. So just keep on stirring that, make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the saucepan. Right. Just keep stirring and keep stirring so that it doesn't catch, but the onions cook. And I'm telling you, if the onions burn, if anything, even the ginger or the garlic burns, then it just ruins it. It gets a burnt taste through the whole curry, and you've just basically been wasting your time. I'm just going to try and scrape that crap out of here. Excuse me. So keep on stirring, getting there. Stir. Yes, this is not MasterChef, so just, yeah. But hopefully the idea is to give you, show you how she would make it, because I follow exactly the way that she did it, the way that she showed me. Because it does work. It works. It's probably the best. Well, it's the best curry that I've ever tasted. Right. Now you add the ginger and the garlic. Right. 2 teaspoons of this. Fuck. Oh, pardon my French. And 1.5 teaspoons of ginger, which is about that. Right, so cook this around about 30 seconds or so, and then the spices go in. Then you mix it all in together, mix the onions, spices, the ginger and the garlic. Once again, making sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan and burn. And you cook that for about 2 minutes. So, the idea being to release the flavours of the spices. So basically what we're going to make is like a kind of paste. is which to coat the meat with. Now you can use any kind of meat. It doesn't have to be beef, it can be pork, it can be chicken. You can even use fish, or a fish curry. Excuse me, that's what's making me cough. The smells, etc. Right, once that's done, we add the meat. Beautiful, in one go. Right, then like I said, you coat the meat with the mixture. Just like that. And once that's done, you put in the tomato paste. Sorry about the blocking the view. Stir that one in. That way the meat's not sitting on the bottom and possibly burning. Right, so only need half of this because it's 1.5. A little bit more won't hurt. Right, so you mix all that around. Right, once that is all mixed together nicely, then you add your stock. You can use water as well, but I think if you use beef stock it's a lot better and it'll turn out better. Alright. Now you bring that up to the boil. And sit. Thing is, you don't add too much water. Just putting a bit more in because I think it's a little little bit too solid looking. Now, the other trick with curry is that you try and make it the day before you're going to actually have it, because if you leave it, cook it and then leave it overnight, the tastes in all the spices, etc., all come out into the meat a lot better, and it'll be more flavoursome. Right, so once that starts to bubble like that, then you turn it down. Okay. And let it simmer until such time as the meat is tender. And then, once that's done, you're finished and your curry is ready. So there you have it, my mother's curry. At the end of this video, I'll put on a copy of the recipe which I wrote out, which I use, and if you want to, you can try and make it yourself. Enjoy.